Back up on the scene, nah, I mean.
Sit where I'm sitting, sip what I'm sipping, spit what I'm spitting. Take a listen to what they kicking. It ain't a topic that's out there that's too specific. We gon' talk about it and they gon' listen. This here's a revolution for all I mentioned. This here's a Novocaine just to numb your system. Weekly doses issues, get your prescription. Life be life and fan, but we ain't missed it. Let's do 6 rings and roll. Ass Mike and Pip. You got a topic, hottest bitch. We gon' rip. It's season 7 coming to you live. We up in this. Hey, season 7. We up in this. Life gon' be life, okay? 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 Life gon' be life, okay?
We talking life. 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 We talking life.
Season 7, you ready?
Yo, welcome back to another edition of the Life Be Life and podcast. Back up on the scene, nah, I mean. I'm your host, Tony D.
And I'm your host, D to the J. Still in the building like I ain't never left. And it feels so good.
What up, man?
Man, can't call it.
Hey.
Feeling good.
Another Won't He Do It Wednesday, man. How you feeling?
Man, I feel amazing. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? It's been a long time. You know, we've had some things we trying to work out to deliver this to the people and make sure they get better quality and you know, that we can continue to be the self-proclaimed best duo since Wings and Ranch. You know what I mean? So I feel real good, man. What's up with you?
Indeed, bro. You know, again, just coming off year 20, man. As we in April, man, like a third of the year is getting ready to be gone already.
Yeah.
As we hit April, I want to give a couple of birthday shout outs, man. Number one, got to give a birthday shout out to my wife and to my youngest daughter, Pooh, man. So happy birthday. What you got cracking, my boy?
Man, I'm saying it's walking by faith. Just, you know what I'm saying?
Not by sight.
Just doing what it do, man. I realized, man, as a Sunday down with OPP.
Hey.
You know what I'm saying? Other people podcast. Hey, man, shout out to Your Differences. Dope.
Yeah,
you
Jessica and Terrence.
Yeah,
indeed.
for sure. We down with OPP, man. Other people podcast. And it's a beautiful look. Hey, we got a topic. We got something we finna do. We got some disclosures. We got some commercials. We got some sponsors. We got a lot. Only one way to fire it up, bro.
Let's roll it.
Do it.
The views and opinions expressed on the Life Be Life and podcast are solely those of the artists, producers, guests, and hosts of the show. Any numbers, stats, or stated resources that are given, we do ask that you verify that information for yourself.
Yo, this is Ryan the Gamer, owner of the Snack Boys. You are now tapped into the Life Be Life and podcast.
They care about team too. Life be life, no cap.
Hey yo, life be lifing, so let's talk about it. Tune in now.
Man, if y'all haven't been tuned in to the Life Be Lifing podcast, y'all sleeping.
Back up on the scene, nah, I mean.
Make sure y'all tap in on Wednesdays at 8 o'clock.
Hey, and we back up in this joint. So just in case y'all wondering, man, what the last slide was about, go ahead and talk to him about it, Brody.
Man, so we got sponsorships. We have structured tiers. Ideally, look, you looking to get your product out, let people know a little bit more about your business. Life Be Life, and what we got exclusively for y'all, man, is we're trying to partner up with you and make things happen, man. Get it out there in front of the people. So look, send us the commercial. Let us work with you. We're going to have everything posted up. You'll see whatever you want to do. We got giveaways, things that we get into you, but let's make it happen. Let's do it.
Indeed, man. Indeed. Hey, and at the end of the day, man, you know, we homegrown. So as we homegrown, we gonna continue to support home
Facts.
because if we can't support home and we move alone, then all of a sudden, they know that. Anywho, hey, so a big announcement, man.
Yeah.
As y'all have been voting for us, in case you haven't seen it on the Facebook pages, man, that we have made it to the final round of the St. Louis Arts and Entertainment Awards for best podcast in St. Louis. So I'm gonna say this, man. I'm blessed, even regardless of the outcome, just for us to be doing this such a short amount of time and to be mentioned with the heavy hitters in St. Louis, as well as all the other people in their respectable categories, man. Shout out to you.
Yeah, for sure. And it's dope. While we always want, that to bring home the crown and get that victory. And I'm hopeful for it. I'm believing that. But to be in the building with people that have been doing this for a while and peers, things like that, man, that's definitely dope. So I'm excited, man. Talk to him, boss.
Yeah, man. So along with that, before we move on, we're just trying to get all our stuff out the way.
Yeah, we got a lot.
So we got something coming along as well. So we had the Life Year Awards last year. So we got the second annual Life Year Awards, man. So check it out real quick.
Yo, what's up, lifers? Remember this from last year? Yeah, the Life Year Awards. It was the boys. Who? These boys right here. I'm the one on the right. So check it out, y'all. We back. Hey, Life Year Awards 2026 coming at you. Hey, we're gonna have another dope MC. We're gonna give out some dope awards to some dope people. And we about to come together. So check it out. We about to do this one more time. So to get your nominations, you gonna go to the link. Hey, who would you like to nominate? Tell us about them and how we can contact them. And that's all you gotta do. Hey, we'll see you soon. Because life is gonna keep on lifing. And we're gonna be here to talk about it.
So as we talked about the Life Year Awards, as the promotion states, all you have to do is click the link. It's all over our Facebook page. I will be sharing it. We'll be sharing it back and forth daily. It can be anonymous. You don't have to tell the person that you are nominating them. Once you click the link, tell us who they are, tell us their story, send that joker off, man. And if you want to put in your information, we'll contact you too. What you got, bro?
Man, just that easy. Ready to jump in, man, and let these people know what exactly we do. So look, tonight's topic. Oh, actually, we did hit the disclosure.
Of course we
hit
did.
the disclosure.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make certain and I say that because anytime you get to talking about this, that, relationships, I tell you what, this is what I want to do. We actually got a little clip that's going to kind of set up exactly what this topic is going to be about. So let's go there. Gonna help you a little better understand what we're gonna be chopping up.
Hey everybody, my name is Cherie Mason Hughes, and I am here on Life Be Lifing on today with the new topic for the week, and that would be in regards to dating versus courting. What is the right and wrong way, correct approach? Should it be a man or a woman that approaches? Or how do we handle the rejection so that it does not create toxic relationships or the feelings for the next relationship that we have when we experience the rejection? Come on, Tony and D, talk about this.
Man, that's a lot to unpack, man. Yeah. But hey, first swing, go ahead, bro.
Yeah, so first off, shout out to her, and if it's anything that y'all would love to hear us break down, do the same thing, man. Send a little voice recording. Tell us who you are, what you want to talk about. Email is below, and we get it popping. So, dating or courting, what is the differences? So, I like this because I honestly don't feel like a lot of people know what the differences are. You see a young lady that you like, or for the contrary, they see a young man that they like, and it's just whatever happens, whatever the outcome is outcome. But when you get into it, like, what is the sole purpose? So dating versus courting. I personally feel like you need to have an agenda for whatever it is.
Yeah.
Whether that agenda is just really self-driven. Maybe it's sexual. Maybe look, maybe I got them thinking I'm trying to date them because I'm really just trying to get them home. Whatever it is, somebody has an agenda. But I believe dating is more so something that is for companionship. Maybe you've lost somebody, you've lost a relationship, whether it was agreed upon or maybe life took an unexpected turn and separated you on its own. But now you at the phase where you're trying to date. Companionship, as opposed to courting, this is somebody that I want to lock in. I want to advance this thing. So I'm courting them with the idea that, similar to school, bro, elementary, I got to take these courses. I got to take this type of math so that then I get introduced to this type of math. I can easily accept it and understand it because of the principles, you know what I'm saying, and the formulas and the structure. And then eventually what happens is, if you do all those things successfully, you get to a point to where it's like, boom, you graduate. And that graduation has a reward, be it a certificate, diploma, whatever that looks like.
Yeah.
Same thing. When you look in the court, I feel like it is the difference from just companionship occupying time to now I'm looking to get to a finish line, which 99% of the time should be marriage if we look in the court.
Yeah, man, I agree, man. As I'm looking at our bullet points, bro. Dating, I feel like that when you first meet somebody, them first couple of weeks, that's the dating stage. Dating, I feel like, has no direction for real, but what is the next step? Because it's very surface level. We're going out to coffee, we're going to the movies. We see on social media all the time, our first date, we need to go to a 5-star restaurant. Why am I blowing a bag on you when you got a hole in yours? Like, I'm just, come on, man.
I'm not doing it.
We got to make this make sense. So I feel like dating is very surface level. I'm trying to figure out who you are, what your habits are, what you about, how you move, how you groove, and we go keep it fun. Now, I believe before we can go to that next stage of courting, because hear me out, y'all. I understand what society says and how we move. Dating doesn't include intimacy. That's how I feel. When you go to that courting stage, that's when intimacy can begin. And when I say intimacy, I mean,
I was gonna say you. So you got to define intimacy, because when you say dating don't include intimacy, the little mannish me said, use a lie, because ain't no break down intimacy so everybody got it.
Well, let me slide back to dating real quick, because there are forms of dating, because you can date more than one people, but can you be courting more than one person? It could get expensive, but I don't think that's the right thing to do anyway. So when you're dating, you kind of understand, like, this is somebody that I'm just gonna have fun with, go out, you know what I'm saying? Or this is somebody maybe I would want to know better, which leads to those deeper conversations, which leads to, what are you looking for? So what are we doing? Just like the topic says. So what are we doing?
So, hey, though, keep it a beam, man. Out of all the dates, you know what I'm saying? You talking about, you got 20 years of marriage, right? That ain't got jack to do with additional years of the dating with her. When you think about those dates, man, like, the most simplest of dates is the most basic. Tell me you haven't learned more about the person that is to be your forever person than when y'all was late night at IHOP, Waffle House, McDonald's parking lot, Subway sandwiches at the park. So keep in mind what bro is saying, lifers, is that intimacy is one thing, but don't confuse intimacy with sex. You know what I'm saying? Sex is important. Sex is a multiplier.
Everybody got sex, though.
Intimacy, I feel like it's a multiplier for the sex. If the intimacy right, you know what I'm saying? If those combos is right, that sex finna feed fire.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If y'all sex is if your sex is whack,
then she won't be back. I'm just saying.
She won't be on them. Hey, I'm just saying, if everything ain't lining up, man, somebody got to check themselves. Maybe that's it. But not to cut you off, bro, but I just really wanted to hone in on that.
Yeah, that was a great
the
point,
most
man.
simplest of things, man, make the most impact lifelong.
Yeah. And so when I say intimacy, I believe, is the transition in between the dating and courting.
Mhm.
Intimacy is me, popping up to your job with lunch. I know you had a bad day, so I'm really calling to check on you, especially if we're not living together.
Mhm.
I'm really trying to hear what's going on. I know it's your birthday, or I know it's Valentine's Day, so I'm showing up with a token of appreciation, and that could be male or female. So let's start there,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
intimacy has no bounds and it has no gender role.
Yeah, it's an open bridge.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Me, like, my love language is cooking. If I cook for you, like straight up intimate, cook for you, not throw something together, I love you. You know what I'm saying? So that, and then that transition into courting, because it's like, okay, I spent time with this person. They sweet, they thoughtful, they understanding, all that stuff that y'all say that y'all be looking for. They didn't popped up on me, they didn't handle this, and they didn't did that. We've done this together. Bet this is somebody that possibly I can start thinking about spending my future with. What about you, bro?
Man, so I gotta find out, because you said something, you like, cooking is your love language, and I was like, what is my love language? And I say that like I could easily kick that, but I'm like, I want to ask the missus. So you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna find out. We're gonna plug that back in. But I know when I'm actually courting that agenda is there. Kind of I'm a pivot a little bit. I don't believe that men don't know what they want to do. I've never had that conversation with the woman, but I feel like women, y'all know what y'all trying to do as well. I feel like y'all know when y'all going into a situation what you want. So that being the case, what is the purpose? So if you courting, how long do you plan on doing that thing?
So I'm gonna interrupt real quick.
Yeah, because I want you to pick up, like, what is that like?
So there was a movie that came out. I can't remember which one it was, but the statistics said that within 30 minutes or less of meeting a man, a woman knows if she would sleep with them or not. Now, ladies, tell me if I'm wrong out here. Now, I'm not saying that you have to go through with it, but it's the statistics say it. I'll find that movie for you while bro talking.
So right now, what we trying to find out based on this movie, is this a statistic that is of some type of value, like legit? Women, when y'all meet a dude, are you like, yeah, he can get it? Fellas, what y'all thinking? This is that interactive part. Y'all can fire them comments and everything up like that, man. We are going to find this thing. We're gonna find it. Who you think should approach who, bro?
Me personally, man, I think it's either way. Hold on, give me a sec. You got me on the spot knowing that I'm multitasking. Hold on.
No, we'll just do that. 18 minutes in, we're gonna clip it.
What women want?
Yep.
2000.
Yep.
Here it is. There it is right there.
Yep.
Actually, let me come back on camera real quick. So I could just so actually, and if y'all don't believe me, I wish, you know what? I wish I had it right here. But actually it states, while often misquoted, many pop culture references discuss the 30-second rule rather than 30 minutes. So I tried to give some grace. I said 30 minutes, but it says within
that is
30
not
seconds.
No grace. That is no grace. 30 seconds to 30 minutes. That is
okay. This such a grace. That's what I tried to do.
Man, if in 30 seconds you meeting somebody, you already like, yeah, they can Mr. Miyagi.
I think fellas do. I think fellas would. Because we eyesight creatures.
True.
You know what I'm saying? Eyesight, smells.
I mean, I get it. We're visual creatures, but I mean, like,
But anywho,
Yeah.
So I believe that part of the situation is a two-way street, because you could be like if I'm a dude, I may be out, I may be by myself having lunch, maybe I'm working on something, I don't have a care in the world. But there's a chick that's, what I'm saying, if you digging me or whatever, it could be looks, it could be, maybe we've crossed paths before. I believe that a female can approach a male. Same thing, man. With taste, of course.
Yeah.
Know your audience. Please do. But I believe that those are open lines of communication, man, just because if I'm in a place where I'm not really paying attention and I could have missed out on my forever person, just because status quo says that the woman couldn't approach, and we'll get to the other part later.
So I do think that there is a certain level of, I guess it's almost equivalent to cracking the door open that a woman can do. But I'm not okay with her kicking that mug down and just like, what I'm saying, trying to just devo the situation. Like, I feel like courting, or just the approach, I'll just say that the approach, I feel like that's still a man-led narrative. I know a lot of men in conversation, it comes about because everybody has their different level of insecurities, things like that. And I feel like that a lot of times we believe that the men, in the midst of her pursuing, if she doesn't give us some type of signal or something like that, like it's all good, we're really not going to go forward with it. So that's why I say I feel like a woman should kind of, just a little bit, if that flirting is happening, if that conversation is happening, what's up. Like, let it go through. You know what I'm saying? If that's what time it is. And if you don't want that, cool. But I don't want to see no women or no men on social media saying, ain't no good this, ain't no good that. And you got people that's actively approaching you.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm saying? And you doing them like that Shaq commercial, and you just slapping everything down. Like, I don't really understand how that's gonna match up. Those two things cannot both be true. They can't.
Hey, that's
you know what I'm saying? They can't.
Hey, man.
So that we know. So right there, if we're saying like, okay, traditionally, men we're okay to a certain extent with the women approaching. What about from a proposal standpoint, bro? Like, we get to a situation and let's say that courting has got you there, and you ready, she feels a certain way. We, folks is now talking about I love you, and we talking about futures, this and the third. Is it mandatory that he has to do the proposing? How do you feel about the new age women getting on their knee joints?
Nah, fam. It's a no for me.
Yeah.
Just call me Reggie.
Yeah.
So the thing is, and this is why. So before people start trying to jump on our case, I want to go back to the setup, to the order of hierarchy where it's guy, man, woman.
Yeah.
The husband is supposed to lead the home.
Yeah.
And just because whether the wife makes more, whether it's her house, whether she inherited, it doesn't matter. Once you take that man's hand in marriage, he leads. Now, we've talked about it before. Leading doesn't mean, with an iron fist. It's just simply saying, hey, I'm going to stand up as the forefront, the good, the bad, and the ugly. I am going to face that first so my family is protected. Get behind me, and I am going to, make sure that we remain safe. I really feel like that when a woman kneels and steps out of her femininity, it could be misconstrued to where we've heard the phrase, "Oh, she got to wear the pants in marriage." You know what I'm saying? I feel like that as men put themselves vulnerable for that matter in that moment of time, because we've seen on social media to where proposals have gone bad, to where people have been crushed, people have gone off to do crazy things because they've been turned down on a proposal. I feel like that a woman is supposed to be chased, and I'm not saying the lion and the elk,
And the gazelle.
and the gazelle
Yeah,
type.
yeah.
I'm just simply saying that, fellas, when you want a woman, that you have to continue to move forward. You know what I'm saying, to her. It is a compromise. Let's talk about it, because we don't want to talk about that sometimes.
Yeah, true that.
It's a compromise. Sometimes we be so macho and bravo and yelling from the mountaintops that we're alpha male, not knowing that real alpha males don't really partake in that type of activity, but we'll talk about that later.
Yeah.
But when you meet
Shout
a
out
woman,
to Dawn Staley.
hey, indeed.
Awesome win. That's a great
That
plug
part,
right there.
South Kakalaki does it again.
Great win.
So when that relationship transitions from dating to courting, now expectations are set. You know what this person wants for their future.
Mm-hmm.
You maybe know their financial makeup.
Mm-hmm.
You maybe start meet some of their family members. You know how they live. You know how many times do they bathe? How many times they brush their teeth? How many times, what kind of food do they keep? How many times they lights and gas been cut off? You start now to knowing what type of person that you are starting to mess with.
Right.
But fellas, women start showing you signs of what they want out of life. And it's your job, not saying that you got to put everything on the line and forsake yourself. I'm simply saying you have to show those moments of appreciation. We talked about that a little bit ago. You have to move towards her and chase her. So when you get down on that knee and you ask for her hand, she'll take it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
Lastly, as I close out on this part, bro, before I toss it back, man, I truly believe in my heart. And for any woman that hears this and you've gotten down on the knee and saying that you went to go get your man, I hear you. But I really feel like that if their relationship is where you wanted it to go and where he wanted it to go, because it takes two. What Rob Bay say, bro? It takes two to make a thing go right. So,
and to even add clarity to that, it takes two to make it out of sight.
So, if that relationship was headed in that direction that you both perceived and thought it was, because it isn't like the conversation hasn't came up,
then
it's that man's job to get down to you, because he's telling you by getting down on that knee, I'm giving you all of me. Because the Bible says that man will forsake his mother and his father and cleave to his wife.
Yeah, them bars. Yeah, them bars. And I just really believe that, and just knowing me and the willpower, if it's something that you won't like, nothing is gonna stop that. I know that there's situations to where, again, I'm not here to knock what nobody has done.
Right.
Ladies, if y'all have got down on that knee for your husband and you propose, so be it. That's, if it works, it works, because everybody's marriage is gonna be different. I just feel that as a man, if you really are looking for that next step with a woman, ain't nothing finna stop that. She would never have to get down. I'm not even finna let you do that.
Right.
This is how we finna walk this thing out.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you exactly what I want from you, because I've shown you before my mouth ever opened up. I've shown you. I've given you everything. So that's the positive side, bro. I want to kind of transition a little bit. We're right at that break point, bro, the 30 mark. So when we come back, I really want to transition this thing, and I want to give you a second to think about it, because we're talking about what it's like when all those beautiful things happen. But what if during the dating and especially the courting phase, you look to advance, you propose. She says no. Or you're under the impression, women, that he should be proposing. Y'all know how y'all get around Thanksgiving and New Year's and, he gonna propose, girl, I seen him at Jared's. No, he said he was talking to Jared. Right? That's my cousin. I said I'll talk to you. Like, you hear me? So when he doesn't propose in the time frame that you see fit, or it doesn't happen at all, or with the no to the fellas.
Yeah.
How do you handle that rejection and not allow that negativity to flood into next relationships, your futures, and even just get you in a toxic relationship? So I want to spin that block when we come back from a break, bro.
Indeed. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Have you ever been caught in a lie and needed a fast way out? Have no fear, Cry No More is here. Organically made from real baby tears. Just a sprays will get those tear ducts flowing. May cause side effects like eyebrow removal, loss of belly button, toes falling off, bad breath. Cry no more. Never be stranded again.
You see me in St. Louis. You see this shit. Hold up. Look, yo, Murph, Dirt. Born in the Lou, I got so much to do and there's so much I did. Hitting the road and spitting these bars, I do what I love and that's why I win. Started at the age of 10, I had the pen, it was just poetry then. Wrote my first rap at the age of 13. Lost my first battle but never again. Hold up. Got a little older, got cold. Every time a blunt got rolled, 16 boys got flow. I was preparing for war. Yeah, I'm prepared for this. I took the risk. STO had over chains and wrists. Watch, we on that St. Louis. What could be better than this?
You can't see the sky for the stars. Too busy watching trees in the forest. If you want rain, then it come with the storms. All in all, you are who you are.
I sit back with this Mac and his tech and his AO-15 to give me what is needed to live it, keep breathing, survive in this city of demons. Was born in this fire, still fly like a phoenix. Since birth we've been cursed on these blocks, it's berserk where we die and to live. For real is reverse, oppressed, so depression and loss in our top. Press me, suppression installed on the Glock. The table won't turn, I'ma flip that shit. Look, emphasis on the flip that shit. Got dreams and you gotta have relentlessness. No, they didn't think we could get this big. Act sky, give me sight through the fog with the wheel of a who can fight the withdrawals. If you wanna rain and it come with the storm like a strike when I write thunder drum up a pulse, I live for it.
You can't see the sky for the stars. Too busy watching trees in the forest. If you want rain, then it come with the storms. All in all, you are who you are. You can't see the sky for the stars. Too busy watching trees in the forest. If you want rain, then it come with the storms. All in all, you are who you are. You are who you are.
And as we back up in this joint, hold on, I'm tripping. Bro, I done broke the system. Psych, I'm back up in this joint. Anyway, hey, shout out to T-Dub, Murph Dirt from the Lou. Hey, great track.
Facts.
So as we back up in this joint, man, I'm checking out the bullet points. So
how do you handle that rejection, bro? How do you not carry over into the new relationships or begin to have toxic relationships because you didn't get that advancement that you thought?
So communication. Communication is the foundation of any type of relationship. Even in the dating stage, you got to communicate, because it's like, okay, you know, we're going out to eat. What time you gonna be there? What time you gonna arrive? This is where I'm gonna be. We're gonna meet up at my house. There's some type of communication that goes on. I really feel like that rejection. You know what? Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
So I used to be a very toxic individual, right? I was very toxic.
Okay.
And I was toxic to the degree of I can specifically remember some situations and some relationships where I proposed to somebody just because. You know what I'm saying? No ring, no nothing. Hey, you know what? No, let's go ahead and get married. But it was all a ploy because I was being that toxic individual.
Yeah.
So rejection.
So
I was toxic.
So
bro.
you telling me you slipped the blow pop on Shorty finger, proposed.
It was just words.
Taco Bell after, and dropped her back off.
Onion rings.
Onion ring. Never to be heard from again. Over a value meal. You a wild boy. Anyway.
So when it gets to that point of rejection, man,
yeah,
it's like you had to have known it was coming, fam. Like, I believe that when someone sets up a spectacle in public like that,
I don't know.
There were signs and symptoms, and you use this as a ploy to lock her down.
Yeah.
You feel like come on, man.
Yeah.
If you and somebody really vibing to that degree, y'all didn't, pretty much may have been moved in together. Y'all staying together. Y'all been staying together for a number of years. You
baby.
You Al Capone in Chicago. Bop, 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 you shooting the streets up. You know what I'm saying?
The club,
right?
The basement,
so,
the back, yeah.
So you kind of got to know, but the handling that part, man. Handling rejection is in the eye of the beholder, fam. Because we do have to factor in how people were raised, their mental status.
Yeah, it's a lot.
It's a lot. So as we can sit here and joke about it and talk about it, it is really a serious. There's been a situation where people have offed themselves from being rejected, man.
Yeah.
And so life goes on. I've been divorced before, bro. You've been divorced before. I take that as I believe that is the ultimate sign of rejection. That you actually got to go through a divorce, like somebody who I vowed to give my life to, my last name, my everything. I gotta walk away from this, man.
Yeah.
But there is life afterwards, bro.
Yeah.
You can move on.
Yeah. Mindset though.
Yeah,
mindset because
it is
because and I want to be real careful and cautious when I say this because I don't want it to come off the wrong way. But when you mention that, we both been through, divorce, the first thing that came to my mind was just being prepared, readiness.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so a lot of times when that first marriage doesn't work, I want y'all to think about how young y'all got into it. Even folks, bro, I've said this before on previous seasons, man. I've had clients of mine that have been married for 60 years. She is in her 80s, late 80s. Homie is in his early 90s.
Wow.
And this was probably let's say summer of last year. And she came to me and she was just like, he filed for a divorce. And I'm like, what? 90 some years old. And so in speaking with my wife, because I was just like, man, how you together that long? You know what I'm saying? And she referenced, I want you to think about how they got started.
Yeah.
What was that, because if everything is really just lust based, you know what I'm saying? If I'm out here just trying to patty the cakes, after so long, you know what I'm saying? You naturally are advancing in relationships, bro. But the reality is, the foundation was so weak and fickle. You feel me? So you can be together for that long if in the origin it wasn't solid. So, kind of dealing with that whole rejection piece, like you mentioned. Some people, the mind frame, how they handle things.
And there's a part 2 to that as well, bro. How does it create you from being toxic?
Yeah.
Because, all villains have an origin story.
That's real.
And it's around something about rejection.
That's real.
Let's talk about it.
That's real.
You know what I'm saying?
That's real. In some way, shape, or form. Being excluded. You know what I'm saying? And that alone, that should be something that you kind of talk to your children about different anyway, just that alone, because rejection has the ability to create dynamics of evil. So that's something totally different. But go ahead, bro.
So the part 2 of that is that, first people got to deal with the rejection. And after you dealing with the rejection, it's like, okay, how do I not allow this to be a part of me?
Mm-hmm.
Let's go back. Everybody that's seen the movie, he got game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, no, not he got game. What was he got game with Shep, right? Oh no, that was above the rim.
Yeah.
My bad, y'all. My bad. No. My card's still intact. I didn't seen them both.
Yeah.
Had the soundtracks, but anywho. So on that movie, man, Shep, in the process of, you know what I'm saying, when he was a teen, trying to touch the backboard, Buddy fell off the roof. And he never picked up a basketball again. I feel like that even him at that point in time, people can take death as a sign of rejection.
Absolutely.
So you just leave? You just left me? And I can't even talk to you no more.
And then they'll even to the point sometimes, bro, they'll be angry. That's how you know you hitting it's rejection.
So
rejected, if nothing else, the truth.
So we have to understand that even with rejection, man, life still exists. You're able to move on. You're able to carry on. I understand that when your emotions and your feelings and all this, I ought to be doing that dance. I be feeling like, you know, when all of that is all that it be so much going on. Slow down and process it, because before I toss it back to bro, we have to understand the number one rule of life: self-preservation. There is nothing I can do for someone else. Love, marriage, court, date, nothing I can do for someone else until I have myself intact.
Them bars, man, and like how you handle rejection now is totally different. And so right now I'm gonna speak to the fellas and even some, you know, that's in the same relationship, even with some of these women. You know, let me back up and say this. So with rejection, everybody does not handle it well. And in some situations, people have harmed themselves, but in other situations, they have indeed harmed others. So some of the most craziest scenarios that have dealt with rejection is one young lady. She was approached by a gentleman sitting in the car with the homegirl, gets, asked for the phone number. She shoots him a number. He gets it, turns and starts walking away. After he gets so far out, he turns back, walks back up on shorty in the car, blew her brains out. She had given him a fake number. He dialed it. And due to rejection, it turned into anger and rage. She lost her life. And so, hey, go ahead and get that real number. You don't gotta answer.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't, when that phone rings, you don't, I met you outside of, the fish and effort.
Right.
Like, is this click? And now you can, do all the little stuff you want to do. But rejection is so different now, man, to where you have to be careful with that, wrong numbers, things of that sort. So, how do you prevent rejection from creating a toxic future? And so I'm gonna do a pivot from the aspect of, this is how y'all know that you have allowed rejection to impact your future, right? This is how you know. When you look at your situation and you said, or people are looking at you like you have chosen down, right? You used to be somebody that was always looking at this type of individual, this type of stature, this type of status, this type of mental ability and accomplishments, right? But now this person that you picked, they a lot less than what you normally. That's an indicator. And one of the main reasons for it is you settling because you don't want to have that thing happen to you again. So you're going to pick a deficiency or inadequacy that somebody would have, so that you can always remain in power, a step above, or a fact that they would need you. So those are some ways that you just know off the rip that rejection has impacted. Another way is when it's time to potentially ask that person on a date, to advance in the relationship, or to just even assert yourself and just give your opinion without fear of backlash. That again is how you know, because you're used to that rejection. I don't want to rock the boat. You know what I'm saying? So what you think, bro? What are some signs that you like, nah, it's done bled over into the future? Like you won't.
I definitely feel that, bro, because as you were talking about that, you see someone's deficiency, and you play on it for a point of power. There are movies, where the husband is beating the wife. Ain't nobody gonna never want you but me.
Yeah.
You ugly, you this, you that.
Yeah,
You got
you
all
look
these
like your
kids.
daddy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so and that comes from rejection.
Yeah.
And I really feel like, bro, at the end of the day, it all turns back to communication. Say what you want, say what you mean, and do it accordingly.
Yeah.
Because the thing is that as we talked about, becoming toxic is I can't never have a relationship last. But what is the class of people that you're looking at? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Sometimes we try to make you know what I'm saying? We try to make seasonal situations to be
Permanent.
lifetime
Yeah.
packs.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it doesn't work. And the way that the world works, man, is that when you are unequally yoked with someone, it's going to come out.
That's right.
Sometimes it's combustible to where there's violence and can be murder involved in it, man. You have to understand that communicating with your mate, communicating with yourself.
Mm-hmm.
What do you mean, Tony? I'm so glad you asked. In the car, sometimes, man, I'm driving to work or I'm driving home, and I evaluate myself, man. How you been feeling lately, my boy? Like, have you been fostering relationships like you're supposed to?
Yeah, true.
How you been treating your wife lately?
True.
When's the last time you really had a conversation with one of your kids, just not a passing, hi daddy, hi daughter, hi son,
Yeah.
hi and bye? What's going on at work, man? What are your plans for the podcast? How you got to be in communication with yourself, knowing yourself, because when you start to let yourself down, then anger, because I feel like the things I'm doing are not producing fruit, anger starts to set in. So unfortunately, when anger starts to set in, it comes out in your everyday walk and talk towards your kids, towards your mate, towards your jobs, towards your friends, towards your family. Being toxic, y'all, is all about someone having adult emotions but a child mentality. And I'm gonna throw that joint back to you. I'm done.
Hey, so
I'm done.
So shout out to Murder for what I'm about to say, because I came across something that he said, and you just touched on it when you're talking about fear and anger, and you know you realize you angry and you this and you that. And so one thing that he said, man, is when it pertains to anger, you got to ask yourself, what is it that you fear? And so when I first heard that, I was like, yeah, what? But then I started to really do the knowledge. And when I thought about it, I was like, so for example, you know what I'm saying, you outside, you walking into a corner store, you going to grab you know, a drink or, you know, pack of gum, whatever that looks like. And as you assess the situation, whether it's one person, 2, 3, whatever, you get real defensive. You know what I'm saying? You start tapping your snake, make sure am I
Right,
safe
am I
with this thing?
good?
Yeah. If anything goes wrong, am I good? So they looking at me crazy. Your anger and your perception of the situation is based on the fear that something could go wrong.
Yeah.
And so when I started to kind of give various scenarios similar to that, just different methods, I started to realize anger is a result of what you're afraid of. So how does that pertain to this topic? So if we talk about relationships, we're talking about dating and courting, and ladies, he's always mad and fussing. Same way, you know, fellas, she's always yelling. What is she fearful of? You know what I'm saying? And it could be that she's afraid or he's afraid of a full commitment.
Yeah.
It could be because the last time that they got to this phase in the relationship, it was, you know what I'm saying, lights off, curtains pulled, and the rug out from underneath them. Like, you just never know. So
yeah,
that fear and that kind of goes hand in hand. And now, because of all of those things and that fear and your rejection and your inability to talk to it, you've allowed it to come into this future. You've even settled down, as we mentioned before. You settled down, you chose down, trying to play it safe.
Mm-hmm.
And playing it safe is not how you win at life, because to win at life, it's about fulfillment and happiness.
Yeah.
And so by playing it safe and settling, you have missed out on both of those opportunities. And to expand on a conversation that we had Sunday, that is what leads you to cheating.
Indeed.
So when people talk about infidelity in ways that you can eliminate it, communication understanding your level of rejection, what are some triggers for that rejection, and being really just sure and confident in yourself. So that's something else. That's that fear, but you gotta speak to that with who you are.
Indeed.
And really get back. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So
sir.
yeah, man. What's your thoughts as we kind of wind this thing down, Brody? What you feeling like, man?
I'll tell you what, I'm gonna give my thoughts in the soapbox because as you were speaking on it,
Yeah.
it actually lines up with my soapbox, man. So we gonna transition to that and get
Let's
up out
do it.
y'all hair
Let's do
or
it.
get up off your scalp for the day. You feel me?
Yeah.
Be right back. And I'm just bringing it up again, man, just to let y'all know we got these opportunities in place. So just like, hey, Moshe out there making it happen, y'all can get with us and do the same thing. It's that time, y'all. It's time for the soapbox this evening. Man, there's a lot of different ways that we can go with this tonight, but I'm gonna keep it smooth. Know your audience. Women, we may try to put them in categories, but each and every woman on the face of this planet is unique. There are women that have thoughts and ideas, but they never get heard just for the simple fact that a man doesn't ask them, hey, what you thinking about today? How was your day? Women have a type and a taste as well. So like fellas, as we'll, you know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll stick and move. Some women are very reserved and they're like, no, I'm not going for all that because they understand to talk about soul ties and things of that nature. And that's another show and we'll get into.
Yeah.
When I say know your audience, know who it is that you're chasing. Know what it is that they like. Know what it is that they deem important in their life. Because a lot of time we try to shower women with money and jewels and objects when all they want is your time. All they want is honesty. All they want is for you to follow up when you say that you was going to follow up. All they wanted for you to do what you said that you was going to do when I met you. But a lot of times because of past experiences, when you fail to deliver, when you fail to text, when you fail to call, when you fail to show up, now reverse back to that previous relationship and you fall back into that all men and all women category. Fellas, be true in all of your intentions. That's the only way to make sure that you're jumping into anything. Eyes wide open. Be careful not to get swayed because sometimes men and women, and we talked about this Sunday too, they will withhold certain situations. They will withhold sex. They will withhold love. They will withhold affection until you go above and beyond what you did for them last time. Even though you fulfilled what you said that you was going to do. Be careful not to be toxic in new relationships before that precedent has come up. Because a lot of times people just don't know how to love. They know the emotion, they know the action, but they don't know the true feeling. They think this is what I'm supposed to do. There's nothing wrong with two people showing each other how to love each other properly. Past wounds, past band-aids, past hurt, past pain can make people act in certain ways. So as I step down on my soapbox today, y'all, I'm simply saying, as people may not know how to love, you may not know how to love someone properly. Through time, through patience, through conversation, through soul seeking, soul searching with yourself. At some point, you'll be able to understand, so what are we doing here?
True that. I like that. As I kind of conclude with the soapbox, my main point is be honest with yourself. Bro talked about being honest in general, but I'm gonna go back a little bit because I understand how my mind in my younger years manipulated myself. And so
shots fired.
So being honest to you still might not necessarily be the truth because I don't always know what the truth is unless I first had that conversation with me. So what do I mean by that? the dating and courting, dating versus courting. If I'm not honest with myself, how can I really be aware of which one I want to do, right? So again, we're gonna date, bet, but I got to be honest enough to say, am I looking to date long term?
Yeah.
Am I looking to occupy some in between time? Am I looking for a little smash and grab? What exactly is it? I'm only laughing because he wild like that, man. He wild. And like I say again, this is why I say we down with OPP, other people's podcasts, because so much information gets shared.
Yeah.
But being honest with yourself again, just picking that point back up, it allows now I can go into the situation and fully relate what I'm looking for because I know what I want. And so when things start to get off track, I can speak to it accordingly.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So everybody says communicate. That's always been one of our main focal points with the Life Be Life and podcast show is we always talk about communication. But if I'm not aware of what I'm really looking for, if I'm not honest with myself, then how can I communicate? How can I address it or even acknowledge it or see it once it starts to sway left or right if I don't really know what the agenda is? So again, that's the first and foremost thing that I would want to say is be honest. 2, live your life. Life is so precious. It is so valuable. We cannot have just the levels of fear and you know, just I don't want to or reservations towards the situation for what?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do that one day. What if that one day never came? You know what I'm saying? Think about the stuff that you've been putting off mad years, 5, 10, sometimes people more than that, even if it's only 6 weeks. Imagine you leaving this side of life, right? And I understand we all got different beliefs. You know what I'm saying? Some of us believe that there's a world that's unseen. Some of us believe that this is it. Some people believe that, you know, energy never died. Whatever you believe, imagine being on that other side.
Yeah.
Being able to still look back, knowing that there is no way ever you will be able to complete that thing that meant so much to you. And you steady, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it tomorrow. And it never came because you scared. You scared of rejection. You scared of what she's going to say. You scared of what he's going to say. You scared of loving somebody again. Don't be scared to give your heart up. Love is so dope. Marriage is so dope. You know what I'm saying? And I'm speaking from somebody who, you know, we talked about it. Like I ain't always been no stand-up dude. I know y'all look at me in Life Land and y'all like, man, he's so charming and handsome and talented, and his wife is blessed to have him. And you know, what would she do without him? And oh my God, Sierra, we know all those things, and those are true. Those things, those things are true. And I'm blessed too in the sister joke, but I am too. It's vice versa. But understanding that to get to those things, the ability to willingly love, willingly step out there and not be afraid is really the root cause. So, bro, that's all I got, man. Once again, we are blessed and fortunate to be able to do this thing, man. It's always an honor, my boy.
Always, man. So last little thing that I had typed in my notes, man.
Yeah.
Actuality versus reality. So sometimes we have to assess something for what it actually is.
Yeah.
This ain't happening to the world. This ain't happening to everybody else. This is an isolated situation with me.
Yeah.
And reality is I can move on. I can continue to live.
Yeah.
Hey, we still up in this piece, man. And wait a minute. Our anniversary is it tomorrow for the podcast? Or is it May?
No. It's tomorrow's the 5th. It is tomorrow.
I thought so,
it's
man.
Tomorrow.
So, hey,
happy 3. Happy birthday to you. Oh, us. You. Okay. Happy birthday to us. Happy birthday, life be life.
What he said.
Happy birthday to us. Yeah, happy 2 years. Big head.
Hey, we out this piece, man, because life is gonna keep on lifing, and we're gonna be here to talk about it. I'm your host, Tony D.
And I'm your host, D to the J, telling them one step at a time. Put them up. One hand's behind my back, boy. Get at it.
Back up on the scene, nah, I mean.
Sit where I'm sitting, sip what I'm sipping, spit what I'm spitting. Take a listen to what they kicking. It ain't a topic that's out there that's too specific. We gon' talk about it and they gon' listen. This here's a revolution for all I mentioned. This here's some Novocaine just to numb your system. Weekly doses issues, get your prescription. Life and fan, but we ain't missed it. That's true, since wings and round ass Mike and Pip. You got a topic, how to spit. Green gon' rip. It's Season 7 coming to you live. We up in this. Hey, Season 7, we up in this. Life gon' be life, okay. 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 Life gon' be life, okay.
We talking life. 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 We talking life.
Season 7, you ready?